Faster-than-light travel achieved from a starship's warp drive has always been a staple of Star Trek. But exactly how fast is a warp factor? Hello and welcome to Trek Facts, quick informational videos to help everyone understand the fundamentals of Star Trek. In today's episode, we're taking a look at warp speeds and exactly how fast each warp factor is in the 23rd century. As such, these warp factor speeds only apply to the following Star Trek series: Enterprise, Discovery, the original series, the animated series, the first 6 Star Trek feature films, and the Enterprise B scenes of Star Trek Generations. The warp scale was rewritten in the 24th century, and those calculations will feature in a future video of Trek Facts. To calculate warp speeds, the mathematical formula is actually quite simple, and it is as follows. Velocity equals the warp factor cubed times the speed of light. So to put this in simple terms, we will use Earth as our departure point, and our nearest star system, Alpha Centauri, as our destination. Alpha Centauri is about 4.22 light-years away. So at warp 1, it would take a starship 4.22 years to reach Alpha Centauri. That's taking warp factor 1, cubing it, and then multiplying that by the speed of light to get our velocity. Pretty simple, right? But now here comes the fun part. Let's see how fast we can get to Alpha Centauri at other warp factors. Warp 2, which is 8 times the speed of light, would take about 196 days to reach Alpha Centauri. That's a huge jump from over 4 years. This was the standard maximum achievable speed of Terran freighters during Star Trek Enterprise. Warp factor 3 is 27 times the speed of light, so it would take us about 58 days to reach our destination. At warp 4, 64 times the speed of light, it would only take us about 25 days to reach Alpha Centauri. At the NX-01's maximum speed of warp factor 5, or 125 times the speed of light, it would take only 13 days to get to our nearest star system. It should be noted that at the time, NX-01 Enterprise was able to exceed this speed, but generally speaking, she would travel at speeds between warps 4 and 5 to allow for greater exploration of the space surrounding Earth. Warp factor 6, which is the safe cruising speed of James T. Kirk's Constitution-class starship in TOS, is about 216 times the speed of light. That makes Alpha Centauri only 7 days away. Warp 7 is 343 times the speed of light, making Alpha Centauri only 4.5 days away. Warp 8, the maximum rated speed of the Constitution-class starship, is 512 times the speed of light, and reaching Alpha Centauri would only take about 3 days. Warp 9 is 729 times the speed of light, and that makes our destination only 2 days away. Warp 10, which is the speed of the Orion scout ship from the TOS episode Journey to Babel, is actually 1,000 times the speed of light. At that speed, it would only take us about a day and a half to get to Alpha Centauri. Traveling at warp 11, like the Nomad probe from the TOS episode The Changeling was able to modify the Enterprise to achieve, is about 1,331 times the speed of light. That makes Alpha Centauri only a day away. Warp 14.1, which was the speed of the sabotaged Enterprise in the TOS episode That Which Survives, is about 2,803.221 times the speed of light. That means it would only take us about 12 hours to reach our destination. The warp speed is definitely a fast way to travel. It still isn't fast enough to make every world in the galaxy accessible to the exploration arm of Starfleet. As such, Starfleet continues to research and advance both its own warp drives, leading to a new type of warp drive being developed in the 24th century, and to research and develop other means of faster-than-light travel, such as transwarp and quantum slipstream drives. Without Zefram Cochrane's breakthrough in warp technology, however, the United Federation of Planets and Starfleet would not be possible, and we would still be limited to our own star system. still asking ourselves one question: are we alone?